What is up? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back and welcome in to the Seattle Mariners post-game recap. Cal Raleigh does it again. Mitch Garver is tremendous today. Donovan Solano continues to hit. And we'll talk about the Rowdy Tellez roster move as well. Before I go any further, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new or lurking, and don't forget to comment your thoughts on the team and the game down below. We're going double old school today. We don't have the computer or the laptop. We're going old school cell phone today. I'm not home doing some house sitting tonight, so we're kicking it old school. I don't even have the box score up, so forgive me for not diving into it too much. But the Mariners do win game one of the series against the Cubs 9-4. Believe they're 38-36 on the season now, and pending the Red Sox game tonight, they will hold the final wild card spot in the American League. So good start to this long road trip, a tough 10-game road trip from the Mariners. Get any win you can here because you could play. I've said it, you watch my videos day in, day out. You're tired of hearing about it. You could play decent baseball on this road trip and end up 3-7, right? It's not crazy that you could play okay and struggle on this road trip. Today was almost a perfect example, right? Mariners are down 4-2. I didn't think they were playing terrible baseball necessarily, but the Cubs are a really good team. Minnesota's a solid ball club, and Texas is playing better. So got to be careful on this road trip. This probably isn't one where you're going to necessarily make up a ton of ground, but I mean, you could if you have a really good road trip, but this is a survival road trip. You can go 5-5, 6-4. Tremendous on this road trip. And then maybe you can come home to Kansas City and Pittsburgh and do a little bit of damage. I'm out of words with Cal Raleigh. I really am. I just don't know what else to say. Every time he does something, it's just like, yep, he's the first catcher to do this, the first Mariner to do this. Most home runs ever hit by a catcher before the All-Star break. We still have like 20 games before the All-Star break is here. I mean, every day it's something new with the big number. I think the way I can describe like how good Cal has been, so he hit the 2 home runs today, obviously. His other at-bat was a walk and then a single. When he singled in the 8th or 9th, I don't remember, I think it was in the 9th, I went, oh, that was literally my reaction. Oh, Cal singled. Like, this guy just got a base hit. Just got a base knock, and I was like, oh, that's it? That's all he did? That just shows you how good the guy has been. I mean, and we're talking all these, like, home run catchers records and everything. I mean, the dude's on pace for over 60 home runs. I mean, theoretically, he could break the AL home run record this season the way he's going. I don't want to not certainly putting that pressure on him or anything, but this has just been an absolutely tremendous season. I get Aaron Judge has been unworldly also, and I'm not, both are tremendous baseball players, and I don't even want to have those debates. I know F4, I don't know what B-War would say, but F4 would say Judge has been the better player. That's fine. I don't need Cal to be the best. I need Cal to be Cal, and he's a tremendous player. He's my MVP. I don't have a vote, so it doesn't matter. But I would give it to the big dumper, but I certainly would understand anybody going with Aaron Judge as well. I don't want to turn into like a Debbie Downer with it, but man, it would be a shame to miss the playoffs with the season Cal is having. That would stink. That would be bad. Just to get a season like this from Mariner play. I don't remember the last time. And we watched Nelson Cruz, Robinson Cano, Brett Boone when he was at his peak. A-Rod, Griffey, all these guys that came through here. Buhner, even a couple years with Richie Sexton, the home runs those guys hit. I mean, nobody's doing what Cal is doing. Griffey, yes. But, like, you guys know what I mean, right? So it'd be just such a shame to not get in with the season Cal is having. So, hopefully they can find a way because Cal Raleigh certainly deserves to play postseason baseball. Like I said, out of words, just a joy to watch. Enjoy Cal Raleigh. He is a tremendous, tremendous player. Not only doing all this with the bat, but still catching at a high level, working with the pitching staff. Not like he's going up there as a DH, not Edgar. God, I can't believe I forgot to mention Edgar with the hitters. But he's certainly not taking away from anybody that's a DH if he was doing this. But the fact that Cal is doing this while also working behind the plate day in and day out and barely getting day offs. I know he's had some DH days, but just makes it all the more special, in my opinion. Mitch Garver, how about Mitch today? 2 home run day. Finally hits a home run off a non-position player. Listen, if Mitch Garver, Donovan Solano, and Dylan Moore, who's been struggling late, can get going, this lineup can do some damage against left-handed pitching. I do think Mitch Garver is capable of maybe having a second-half run here and finishing up strong. Early in the year, I thought he started out pretty well. He's kind of an on-base machine. Wasn't slugging. Hit a double in Arizona, had a couple nice base hits in the homestand, 2 home runs today. One of them was a unicorn, meaning we'd only been out in one ballpark. That was Wrigley. Yes, the wind was blowing out, but listen, I mean, we'll take it, right? We haven't been getting them from Garver all season. So if it needs a little wind, so be it. But good to see him. Maybe that gets his confidence going a little bit too. And maybe we can see a little bit of a good stretch here from Mitch Garver. Donovan Solano has 3 hits today, including a double. I forgot who posted this stat. It might have been Jason Churchill. It might have been somebody else. But since like late April, and this was going into, I think, today, this was since like April 26th, Solano has a 114 WRC plus, and that definitely went up today. He has been the guy they signed. Not overall. He was dreadful to start. But the reason he's still here and Rowdy Tellez is not is you are getting from Donovan Solano, especially in the last month or so, you are getting the guy that they signed in the offseason. He is doing his job as the first base platoon. He made some great defensive plays today as well. I would not be against letting Solano have some at-bats against right-handed pitching, just to see he's hot, ride it out a little bit. Luke Raley is back. He pinched hit for Dylan Moore, had a nice ring and double. Did have a couple strikeouts, had a great diving catch as well. Good to have Luke Raley back. I really think that's going to help open up this lineup a little bit and help bridge the gap to the bottom of the order. Rowdy Tellez was DFA'd to make way for Luke Raley. It's a tough one for me because I think personally Rowdy's a fun guy to root for. Big hog, can hit bombs. Even had a stolen base the other day. Super easy to root for Rowdy Tellez. He does have power. That does have value. That does carry value because anytime that guy steps up to the plate, there's a chance he can go deep. However, he's also running a sub 250 on base percentage. The defensive metrics do not grade out well. I think he's looked okay, but, I'm not trained eye on any of this stuff. And in order to be what he is, which is such a one-trick pony in terms of home runs, he's on pace for 23, 24. You've got to hit like 40 if you're going to do what Rowdy Tellez does as a player. He just doesn't offer you anything else. I've been saying, well, Jay, neither does Donovan Solano, because Solano doesn't even have the power. Over the last month and a half, that's not everything. Let me be very clear. That doesn't mean everything. But Solano has been the better player. And if you want to talk about Mitch Garver, Garver doesn't matter. He's a backup catcher. So the only way you're getting rid of Garver would be to bring up another catcher. So that doesn't play into it. You could have optioned Dom Canzone. I wouldn't have been against it. But, I sit here and ask myself, would I rather see Canzone get some at-bats in right and Raley at first base, or Raley and Rowdy Tellez? I think I'd prefer to see what Canzone can do, right? Like, I think I've seen enough in the last couple weeks. Not saying Dom's going to be great or anything like that, but I've seen enough where I'm curious. I'm curious enough where leave Dom up, let Raley get some first base at-bats, and then Dom can play some right field or DH, okay, whatever you need it to be, especially against right-handed pitching. So I'm not against the roster move. Now, some of the underlying numbers for Tellez weren't bad, but it just becomes a numbers game too. And then if let's say you get rid of Solano, then you've got Raley, Canzone, and Tellez. It's just too redundant with the left-handed hitters. You option Canzone, fine. That wouldn't have been I think that would have been like the next best option there for sure. But again, Rowdy Tellez doesn't have a 250 on base percentage. Like, he's been worth negative half a win. I mean, and again, Solano has been bad too. I want to be clear too. Like, I'm not trying to say Solano's been great in terms of keeping him, but just in terms of position and handedness, it made more sense to get rid of Rowdy because Luke Raley can do what Rowdy does better. You don't have if you had Justin Turner coming off the injured list, let's say you had signed him in the offseason and he was coming back, then I'd get rid of Donovan Solano because that position becomes moot. You don't need that anymore. But Luke Raley sort of makes Rowdy Tellez just not really needed, and I think Canzone has done enough where you'd be curious to look at. So that's my take on that. Honestly, I would not lose sleep over it. I'm rooting for Rowdy unless he goes to Houston or Boston or something. I think he's a good dude. Wouldn't mind him sneaking back into Tacoma for depth. I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. And honestly, I don't even think it's something really worth debating. I think people are more up in arms about it than needs to be. It's Rowdy Tellez. Where was I going to go with this? Oh, back to the game today. Yeah, focus on the good, right? And it was a tremendous performance. Wrigley Field, a tough place to play. The wind was blowing out today. The Cubs are playing really good ball. Matthew Boyd's been solid. Their bullpen's been good. That offense is really good with Happ, Tucker, Suzuki. Michael Busch is swinging the ball well. Pete Crow Armstrong has been insanely good. So tough task day for the Mariners, and they get it done. And now you're in a position here where you got 2 games to win a series. And if you can go into Wrigley Field and come out of this with a series win, more power to you. That is a tremendous, tremendous series win. And you've got 2 shots at it here over the weekend. George Kirby pitched today. It's always tough for me to judge these outings because, I don't think he was good. But against that lineup, which is tremendous, the wind blowing out, he got bombarded right off the bat with 3 runs in the first inning. Thought he did settle in a little bit. The home run to Reese McGuire was frustrating. It was frustrating in the first that 2 outs and 2 on, and he gives up the hit that gives up the lead at that point. I don't think Kirby was good, but I think he was okay. I don't know. It really is. It's not me trying to I don't know what to make of these starts because I don't think he was great, but I also think with that wind blowing out and everything and that tough lineup in that ballpark, I don't think it's necessarily a terrible start either. I think it's a start that if Kirby had been, let's say, coming in today with a 3.03 ERA and been tremendous all season, I don't think we'd bat an eye at it. But because Kirby, outside of 1 start, which is random because that 1 start against the Angels might have been a top 10 start we've ever seen from a Mariner pitcher, he has been okay. The ERA is high, right? The ERA is really high. But, great start against the Angels, couple clunkers, and then a couple, say, fine. So I don't know what to make of this start because I do think it falls into that category where if Kirby's been lights out all year, we'd be fine with it. But because he's looked a little hit or miss, we're kind of hit or miss on this one. So I really don't know. Don't think he was great. Don't think he was terrible either. I'll give him credit for battling after that first inning. Went the next 4 innings, only gave up 1 run. That's solid. Kept them in the game, gave the offense a chance with that wind blown out to get back in it. But you can't sit there and go 5 innings, 4 runs is a good start either. Bizzardo, another solid inning in the 6th, aided by a nice defensive play by Solano. Carlos Vargas gets the job done in the 7th. Matt Brash in the 8th did not have the good command control to start. 6 straight balls, including the leadoff walk to Suzuki. Battled back, got through it. Brash has been kind of weird this year. Is it just me or the strikeouts seem down? I can't pull up Savant or StatCast or anything right now. Feels like he's not striking out as many. Maybe that's by design. He's throwing that 2-seamer more. Maybe he's trying to get more ground balls. I don't know. And then Dan's kind of used him differently than how Scott would use him. Scott very much always used Brash as sort of I forgot what they called it, but I always the fireman role where he would just put out the fires, guys on base, bring in Brash. Dan's got him more as sort of an 8th inning guy. We've seen him in the 7th, but he's certainly been more of an 8th inning guy. Kudos to the Mariners. But anyways, Brash does get through the inning. Listen, the guy's ERA is 0, right? So I don't want to, it's just more of an observation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Kudos to the offense adding on those 3 runs in the 8th because he saved Munoz in the 9th. Oh, Spire also big out, got Kyle Tucker to ground out in the 7th. I think I said Vargas do a shut inning. He did 2/3 of an inning. He had a walk in there as well, I believe. And then Spire got Tucker. And then Legumina finishes out in the 9th, and the Mariners get a win. Bullpen should be in pretty good shape for tomorrow. Should have Spire. Obviously have Munoz. Probably have Vargas if needed. So you've got 3, pretty good arms you feel good with. Emerson Hancock just seems destined to be 5-6 innings, 2 earned runs, which is totally fine. I'll gladly take that in Wrigley Field. So you feel pretty good with it lining up for tomorrow. I just enjoy Cal Raleigh. I mean, what a tremendous player. I mean, it is you're almost at the point where, I kind of joke that sometimes I predict Mitch Garver to homer, which he did today, because it's he's just eventually he's going to get one. With Cal, I'm kind of hey, there's no way he's going deep again. There's no way. And then just boom, he does. And like you said, the sign that he's locked in is when he got that base hit, and I literally looked over at my wife and went, oh. That's it? That's all you're going to do, Cal? You're just going to get a little base hit in the left field? What the heck is that, dude? Come on. Not only did the dude hit 2 home runs, he also walked and singles on base 4 times today. So just tremendous. I'm trying to think. Solano, like I said, really good game. Great to have Luke Raley back. I think that's going to help tremendously for this team. I don't think JP did much today. Julio did have the hit some balls hard, but again, he's hitting it on the ground. Got elevated. Julio, the hard contact's good, but get that ball in the air. Did just miss a home run in the first, but I thought it was very wind-aided. Who else am I missing? Polanco didn't play. Trying to pull up memory. Williamson and Young didn't really do much. Williamson made a couple nice defensive plays. Again, he's really coming into his own defensively at third base. I will continue to vouch that Williamson has helped despite some of the offensive struggles. There are plays he's making now that there is no chance Jorge Polanco would have made at third base. Dylan Moore's got to get going. Garver with the big game, obviously, in Solano. Dylan Moore has got to start hitting left-handed pitching again. He's a streaky player, but this is just going beyond streaky. Like, the dude has got to start running into him a little bit. I don't know what you do there. Like, you can't get rid of Dylan Moore. You kind of need that role. But, man, he has got to get going. Like, he is hurting the team right now tremendously. And, with Cole Young not, kind of hit or miss to start, and Williamson sometimes with the bat, really use Dylan Moore heating up, because it would really, really help this ball club big time. So, listen, Cal, MVP, maybe we're getting a big second half from Mitch Garver. I do think there's a good hitter in there. I do. I'm sorry. I think in there he can still be productive, especially against left-handed pitching. And listen, the guy's OPS is 640. His WRC plus is 93. By the way, that's what Rowdy's WRC plus was, 93. If you're going to stomp the table for Rowdy, and at least, and here's the thing, I'd say, well, Jay, then why is Garver here? Garver can catch. He's a catcher. If Rowdy was the backup catcher and Garver's at first base, Garver would have been gone. It's righty, lefty, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Great win, fun win, always fun to win in places like Fenway, Wrigley, Yankee Stadium. Always just feels a little bit better. Go get a series win tomorrow. Let's see Emerson Hancock and get it done. Actually got a good feeling. I do, which, by the way, means the Mariners are absolutely screwed for this road trip. But have a great night, everybody. Sorry for kind of the rush recap. I'll have a better one up tomorrow because I'll be able to have the box score up, just kind of winging this one a little bit. But hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, go Mariners. Peace.